Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're talking about forgiveness for Father's Day, and I'll be sharing something new that I've never told you before. Welcome friends, I'm so glad you're here today. I'm popping in with an extra video this week, and this is different than my usual content, but God put this on my heart and I really wanted to share it with you. If you're new here at Belle Charm, I'm going to share just a little bit of my story. I was born to an unwed mother, and back then it wasn't as accepted as it is nowadays. My father chose not to be in my life, and I never met him. So many of us have similar stories and grew up without our fathers, whether it was from divorce, death, alcoholism, or maybe like me and he just chose not to be in your life. I have come a long way in my journey, and in this video I'm going to share 5 tips with you on how to find forgiveness. Number 1, remember that God is your Father. Take some time and let that sink in. I used to think that God was a punisher, and he was waiting to catch me doing something bad so he could punish me. But all that changed when I read through the Gospels. I recommend getting a study application Bible and reading just a small section each day, and then read the part at the bottom that goes along with the verses. It took me 3 years to read through the Gospels, and I don't think I would have truly healed if I hadn't read it. Number 2, realize that hurt people hurt people. Many of our fathers are just broken men who aren't capable of doing any better. And as much as this can hurt, don't take it personally. It's their issue and it's not your fault. I've never shared this before, but when I was young, my mother married a man who wasn't my father, and he adopted me. But it turns out that he didn't want me either. And when I got married, my husband's dad, he didn't want me as a daughter-in-law. But through my relationship with Jesus, I've been able to realize that these are broken people and the issue is theirs. Number 3, write a letter to your dad. Get out all your emotions, pour your heart out, write it all down. Cry if you need to, but don't stop writing until you get everything out. Then, if you want to, burn it. I did this and I can't tell you how good it felt to get everything that had been swirling around in my head for years out on paper. I finally felt free. Nelson Mandela said, when a deep injury is done to us, we never heal until we forgive. Number 4, celebrate the good men in your life. Show them love, support, and encouragement. I encourage my husband to be the dad to our kids that I would have wanted. Also encourage the younger men in your life. If you have a son, a grandson, or a nephew, plant good seeds in them. You might be surprised what a little praise and encouragement can do for the younger men in your life. Number 5, break the cycle. Instead of wallowing in these feelings of hurt and pain, flip it. Become the person that you wish you'd had in your life when you were younger. Become the parent, the grandparent, or the spouse that you wish you'd had modeled for you in your younger days. takes work to retrain ourselves and to steer away from negative self-talk, and old wounds. 2 Corinthians 10:5 says, "We demolish arguments and every pretension that sets itself up against the knowledge of God, and we take captive every thought and make it obedient to Christ." When we have these unhealthy thoughts, we need to give it to God and ask Him to redirect our thoughts and minds. Friends, I'm coming at you from the other side of this, and I can tell you that it takes work, prayer, and trust in God to overcome these old wounds. But it can be done with Jesus walking right by your side. Because if the Son sets you free, you are truly free indeed. If you have a prayer request for me, leave it down in the comment section. It's my honor to pray for you, and I'll see you back in the next one.